Hi, how are you today? Today I have 8 affordable drugstore eyebrow pencils. Let's compare them. I'm Dawn from Just Doing My Best. I am so glad that you're here today. I'm 56 and I'm here every week with a brand new video for women over 40 and women over 50 who just want to look and feel their very best. And I love to find affordable makeup, skincare whenever possible. Today I have 8 eyebrow pencils. A lot of them are new, and all of them range from $15 down to $3. I'm going to compare them until I find my favorite. That's the one I'm going to use at the very end to finish out my makeup. We're going to get started with 2 Maybelline brow products. I will list all of these products down in the description below, and I will try to put them at the bottom of the screen also. This one, I said brow products because this is the only one that is not a pencil. It is a brow marker. This one is Maybelline and it's the Build a Brow. This pen also has sealing gel in the other end. Comes in 6 colors. The color I'm using is soft brown, and I actually think this is the most expensive one at $14. On the other side, this package hasn't even been opened. It's the Maybelline Express Brow, and this is an ultra slim brow pencil. Those are my favorite. I'm gonna go right out and I'm gonna tell you 2 things. First of all, I always do my brows first and then work around them with my makeup. So the Maybelline Build-A-Brow is going to be on the other side. The Maybelline Express Brow, I'm checking my notes to make sure, Ultra Slim Pencil is going to be on the other side. I'm not sure how many colors this comes in, but I'm using the taupe, and it's around $9. I also wanted you to know I do have my eyebrows microbladed. If you've never done that, if you're curious about it, you don't know what it is, you can watch this video here where I basically just walk you through it and tell you how the microblading process works. So they do look like this all the time, but I still fill them in from time to time. And I'm going to start with the Build-A-Brow pen on this side. I have not loved brow pens, and I think it's because I have very oily, mature skin. I know that a lot of women, as we get older, their face tends to be drier. That hasn't happened to me yet. I'm still very oily. So for me, a brow marker, I have found that just doesn't tend to look as natural on me, and they can often kind of bleed. So think about a pen when you write on paper and sometimes the pen or the marker bleeds. I've had that experience also on my brows. So I'm just going to show you just so that you can kind of see what it might look like. But it is a little easier with a pen to do the hair-like strokes. You can kind of see that. Can you hear my roosters? So far, I do like this. The color seems to be nice. And if you're ever curious about, okay, what color should I choose? Kind of go with whatever your base color is. That's a really good rule of thumb because you don't want your brows to be too dark and harsh because it can be very aging. When you're using a brow pencil, you can kind of erase it and go back. It's a little bit more difficult to erase mistakes with a brow marker, so I want to go in with a very delicate hand. But so far, this is a very nice color and a very nice application. So far, so good. The other side, it says has sealing gel, or think brow wax. I did kind of play around with this a little bit. I wasn't super impressed. It really didn't feel like it was doing a whole lot. Considering some of the brow pens that I have used in the past have been $20, $25, $30 for $14, this is nice so far. That's how I erase any mistakes, or if I color outside of the lines a little too much. Well, where did it go? Oh my gosh. All right, well, it already broke. So there you go. When I flipped it over, see, to use the spoolie, the whole thing is coming out. So there you go. So there's my entire review of this pencil. Oh, God bless America. Okay, just for a minute, let's pretend this went the way I wanted it to go. But you know what? It's real life. So now you know. I do like this brow pen. I feel like the soft brown for me was a good color. It looks very natural. The brow marker creates great hair-like strokes. For this, I don't know if maybe I picked a color that was too light, or if you like something that's a little bit more natural. I could have gone a shade darker with this, but by virtue of the fact that it broke off immediately, I'm out. On this side, I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay Micro Brow Pencil. I love a micro brow pencil. Now, what you saw with a Maybelline is some of those micro brow pencils they're trying to make super, super skinny, and then they break off. This one, Revlon Color Stay Micro Brow Pencil, runs about $7, 7 colors. I chose soft brown, and it says it's a 16-hour wear, waterproof and smudge proof. And then another advantage of Revlon is you can generally find a lot of Revlon products in the grocery store. Makes it super accessible. On the other side, we're gonna use the Morphe Micro Brow Dual-Ended Pencil. And by dual-ended, they just mean it's a pencil on one side and a spoolie on the other. Runs about 10 colors, about $9. This one, the color that I got is hazelnut, and it says taupe with neutral undertones. If nothing else, with the Morphe, I like the price, under $10, and you get 10 color options. I think this one gives you the most color options of any of the ones that I've chosen. So far, I really do like this, but I think maybe the soft brown is a little too warm for me. It's a little bit more of a red brown, but this is a very, very nice pencil. And again, the micro brow pencils, so much thinner, so much easier to make the hair-like strokes versus the eyebrow pencils in our Mother's Day that were very, very thick and really looked like they were drawn on. But these micro brow pencils, very, very nice. I just don't know if I chose the right color. Revlon on this side, Morphe on this side. I think this color is a little light. This color is actually kind of growing on me. But once again, Morphe broke. So I do kind of like it. I kind of think I like this color. This one, the color is fine, but again, this one broke, so I'm out. For the next two, number 5 and number 6, these are two of my favorites. I'm just going to let you know. The one is going to be the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil. I do really, really like this. I made this video here with the Wet n Wild Micro Brow Pencil, and it's usually under $4, and the color that I have is soft brown. The only issue that I have with the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil is they only give you 4 color options, but we make it work. On the other side, I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Love this one also. Runs about $9, and they give you 12 color options, and I use the taupe. You can already see that the Wet n Wild one is just a little dark, but it's not horrible. But when you use the little spoolie at the end, that really helps to kind of tone it down just a little bit. But this Wet n Wild, I'm telling you, for $4, under $5, this one is fantastic. There is a color difference with the two of these, but they're both about the same diameter in terms of micro brow pencils. Just the coloring is different, but these are both terrific. I love these so much. The last two brow pencils are going to be from the Covergirl Clean Fresh line. These are pretty new, and these two pencils are a little bit different. But if you're enjoying this, you like finding great, affordable makeup and skincare products, I would love for you to come over and find me on Facebook or Instagram at Just Doing My Best. Say hi over there. But let's get these two Covergirl brow products working. The first one is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Brow Filler Pomade Pencil. Notice it does not say micro brow or nano brow. It says pomade pencil. So I've played around with this a little bit already. And while I like the shape of the pencil, it kind of comes out in like a kite shape. It is thicker. So that means it's not a micro brow pencil. It's more filling in the brows versus with the micro brow pencils, you're able to create those hair-like strokes. So it's not as easy with this one, but it is called a brow filler pomade pencil. They say it's waterproof, no parabens, no mineral oil, talc, or fragrance. Comes in 6 colors. I'm using blonde, and it runs about $9. You can already see the tip of this is thicker. So it does make it a little bit harder to do the hair-like strokes. Can you see that? And on the other end, here was the issue that I had with this. Not only is this very thick, but the end of it, can you see that? It's not really a spoolie, it's a brush, but it's very dense. So where a spoolie can kind of grab it like a comb and thin it out a little bit and kind of aid in the hair-like, look of it. This, kind of like when you clean your floor and you take a wet rag, it just kind of smears it all over. That's kind of what this is going to do. So this is not necessarily my favorite because it just kind of makes it muddy. And once you've started using the micro brow pencils, I'm telling you, you won't go back. All right, let's finish this comparison out with the Covergirl Clean Fresh, again from that new Clean Fresh line. Covergirl Clean Fresh Nano Pencil with ultra precise tip. This one comes in about 6 colors. I can't even remember. I guess this color is blonde, and this runs about $10. Oh, this one broke too. I'm going to attempt to finish this out and see what it looks like. So at least we can get a comparison without saying a bad word. Can you see my forehead's all red from doing my eyebrows and then rubbing it off so I could swap out the colors? So this is the pomade filler pencil, and then this is the nano pencil. So the color is a little light, but my biggest issue with this is because they tried to make the pencil, in their words, nano. They tried to make it so small that it immediately broke. So now we have 3 that broke. 3 out of 8 that already broke. God bless America. Unfortunately, for the Covergirl Clean Fresh, I wouldn't get this one because it's so thick that it does make it more difficult to make the more realistic strokes. And then this one is so thin, completely opposite of this one, that you can't keep it intact long enough to even complete your brow. I'm so disappointed in these. I finished out my brows with the Wet n Wild pencil. That has been my favorite. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with trying something new because you might find a new favorite, or realize that what you were using wasn't all that bad. So out of 8, I have 4 that I would definitely buy again. The NYX, the Wet n Wild, even the Maybelline Build-A-Brow, the ink pen. I would definitely recommend this versus some of the $20, $25, $30 ones. And if you're in the grocery store and you see this Revlon, I would absolutely pick this up. These, can you believe that 3 of them broke? What in the world? And then that pomade, that Covergirl Clean Fresh, the pomade, that one is just too thick. I'm telling you, once you have done the micro brow pencils, you won't go back to the regular, traditional, thicker brow pencils. I hope all this was helpful. If it was, I would love it if you would like this video, subscribe, come over and find me on Facebook or Instagram at Just Doing My Best. Go out today and be blessed and do your best, and I will see you in the next video.